Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Deborah, and I wanted to show you my 49&market that I have now sorted out. Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Deborah, and today I just wanted to show you my 49&market. I've sorted it all out now, and I just wanted to show you how I've sorted it. Then I'm going to do another project with it. So I keep everything in these tubs. These are just the little thin ones. I got them from Costco ages ago, and they were super cheap. I do have some big ones that store the 12x12 papers, but these are the smaller ones. Starting with the accordion, I've just left those two not in anything because I probably might even use one of those this week. And then I have some things here that are loose. Now these are just big things that wouldn't fit into any of the other containers. So I've just left those loose. There's only 4 of them. I should be able to manage with 4 of them. And then a lot of stuff I put into these things. They're like a DVD case, but they're not. They're actually for stamp storage, I believe. And I bought those from the scrapbooking shop from Bella Paperie, but I'm sure you can get them elsewhere. And then in the bottom, I got this, and this is oh, that's another big thing that wouldn't fit. So that's just the largest frame. That wouldn't fit in anything either. These are the packaging. I've just kept one of the sleeves here, and I've folded the top over where the sticky stuff is so it doesn't get in the way, and just slid them in there with the tops to the inside top first, because it was easier then to get them in and out if they go in top first. So that's one thing. And then these are the words that I may not use. I might use some of them, but I've put these just into one of the cellophane bags that this came in, because I probably won't be using those. And now I've sorted. So these are frames. Everything in this little packet are those frames with the tabs. Now I had several. I've got, I think I had 2 small and 1 large, plus these little ones here. Let me just move this out of the way so it doesn't clank the whole time I'm talking. Okay, that's better. So this here are the little frames. I've left the insides in them. Some are not, some are, but they're just a little like the slide frames. So I've put those in there. And then these are all the frames. Most of them are the ones that have the tabs on. There is this random one, which is like the big one I've got there. And that fits perfectly into this little packet. So just click that up. And then here I have put all of tabs and little thin words. So anything that was a tab, and I've again got plenty of those. So these ones here I've put in. Let me just get that. Those ones, all of those are in here. Anything that's like a little label, even if it's got a word on it, I've put in here. And then anything that's got words on it, like those ones. I used a couple of those last week and put them in here. And also, things like that. So all of that is tabs. Oh, hang on. I've got it caught now. Just make sure you don't get them caught when you shut them, because they're not really thick. They're very thin, but they seem to work for what I want. In this one are the larger pieces, so they just fit. Not the ones, the 4 I've got left out, but all of these, including the big library card, actually fitted. I was a bit surprised when that happened. And I even have a bit of that packaging that was left over that I've popped in here. I could actually move that into the frame, and also maybe into the botanicals, because I do have a botanical one that doesn't have much in it. You just have to be careful when you're clicking this up that you've got everything inside, and you can tell because it'll shake. You can feel nothing's caught around the edges. These are hard, and so the product doesn't get wrecked, because I hate it when I buy something, I go to use it and then it's got a bend or a tear, or the corners are flipped up. It really annoys me. This one is all the backing pieces from the frames. So all of those frames I've got also came with all of these. And even though they're big, these ones, they do actually fit. And then all the little ones. So I put all those into one. That is a little bit popping because it's got a lot in there, but it still works. It's got a slight curve on it, but as I use them, it's obviously going to go down. And of course I like this storage because it changes. When I use something, I can give it, you know, divert it to another piece of ephemera or whatever I'm storing, stamps, whatever it is. And they're also very versatile because of that. Now I just saw in here, I'll put a frame in there, and it shouldn't go in here because I want to be able to just open one, or at least know where my frames are. So I will change that. But the rest of these things are all the, you know, the tickets, and oh, there's another frame, better move that. Tickets and things with pictures on them, and there's another word. You can see I sorted this really well, can't you? But I did try. So all of that. Now, even though these are like a little frame, I've left them in here because that's how I would think about them. So you need to sort your ephemera, and I've pretty much said this many times now, how you think about it in your head. Now, to me, all those things go together. So that can be clicked up. And then I have these little bit of botanical. So I've got some of those leaves, a couple of butterflies, and a florally thing. Wish I had more of those leaves. I really like those. So that is what I've got in this one. It's not much, but as I said, once I start to use things, you know, this would probably be something I'll use first, then that'll be empty and I can repurpose it to something else. So that is how I have sorted this ephemera. And now I want to go on and do another project with it. I need a base piece. I always have to start with a base of some sort. And because these are quite big, I might go back to that piece I was playing with before, if I can find it. I like this leaf with the background that I've got, or some sort of that grey leaf. Maybe this one would be even better. I'll try it. And I've also got this dude, and I can overlap them so they look like they're a couple. And look at him, he's adorable. I like the look on his face, it is so cute. He's just got his little hands out, he must have just finished dancing or something, that's what he looks like. I've got another packet so I don't have to not use him. So that's sort of my beginning take on it. Let's see what else I've got. I would like, obviously I need something in the background because that's not enough. But I think this is, you know, just how I work to try and get things in some sort of an order. Now, I'm not sure what's going to go behind them, but I do like this composition. So while I've got it, I'm going to stick it down. I'm going to start with the dude, and I'm not sticking it onto the back, just onto the leaf. And then I'll stick it all onto the whatever I come up with, because it just keeps moving, and it's just too hard when it moves around like that. But if I put them down like this, at least I know that they're down. At least, if nothing else, they're not going to move in relation to the leaf. So I'm just sticking her onto the leaf, hopefully, and nothing else. Let me just check. Yeah, I've got a little bit of glue on there, but that's fine. And then I've got the little dude with his hands out. Here he is. And the other reason I'm not sticking them fully down is because I want to make sure there's nothing that I want to put under there, you know, under the bodies that I might need. She's not quite going to stick. Yeah, there she is. I actually liked that better when she was with her head on there. So I'm going to bring her down a little bit so she looks like she's more toward the front than perhaps the guys are. There, you know, she's sitting toward the front and her head's on that leaf, which is much better now. Okay, got that? Yep. Now, what am I going to put behind them? I think I'll go for some of these brown things. what about if I try and use this one as a round piece? It's always nice to include something round. Sort of pop all these little bits out of it. I think it's coming together. So I'm now making a decision that I'm definitely going to stick them down on here. So I will put some glue and get them down. Because I liked the way that they looked on there. And it leave the little boy's arms slightly out of the frame because I want to put this on here. The words are going to go on here. So we're slowly building it up. Pitch perfect, which I thought was great for this one. And then I want to put this where I had it before. So kind of like there. So it's, the edges are covered a little bit. Now because I'm doing that, I don't have to use it all. So because you know I'm stingy, I'm going to cut it off there and just use the top half and keep this bottom half and use it elsewhere. Because it's nice, it's got some writing and stuff on it. This will go down. So I want to position it where I had it, like that. And then this one I was going to put under there, wasn't I? I probably can't now because I've stuck that there, but it may need it. I may have to pull this up. There you go, it's going to slide in there fine. Yeah, okay, that's going in there now. I just have to get some glue in here. And then this will all go down on top of that. I'm just going to move it to the left slightly so that I can get some of this, but also some of this. I'm going to cut it down so it needs to be in the right place. I'll keep that bit because that's a nice bit of stripy paper, so that will stay in the pack. And there you are. I'm wondering if I need to put anything else on it. I don't think so. I think it's pretty good actually. I think if I try and put more on it, I'm not going to be happy with it. So that's it. I've done another piece. And again, this can be a side pocket or tuck, a top pocket. It can be a little flip. I could put a little thing on it and put something on the back because obviously I've used the branding. So I'll probably more likely use it as a pocket in the journal or in one of my journals. I'm not sure which one yet, but this one's a keeper. I really like it. I think the colours in it, the tones are really, really pretty. So I've had another look at this. I had finished it, but I thought I might just put the dog down because he's got his hand out, and maybe if I put his hand on the head of the dog, how cute will that be? And I try not to make him so the boy's not poking him in the eye, but he's just got his hand on his head, and also I want his nose inside the frame of the base piece. I don't want to have his nose sticking out there. And I think that finishes this piece off nicely with the addition of the little dog. So there's another idea for you with this 49&market range and the new paper dolls. This is Deborah. Thanks for joining me. Cheers.